Okay, Jen, I have a question for you. How do you get the entire 11th Engineer Battalion, all their vehicles and equipment across the Chattahoochee River in just a few short hours with no bridge? The answer? You build one.
When a maneuver commander comes up against the river, there's nobody else to call but us.
The 362nd Multi-Role Bridge Company is up and on the road at O'Dark 100, trucking their equipment to Bradley Landing where they will unload and begin working under the cover of darkness.
Because we are a very high value target on the battlefield, a lot of our work is done at night so that the enemy couldn't see us, so it behooves us to practice at night.
Building a float bridge across the Chattahoochee River is a big operation. It requires tons of resources and a whole lot of engineers.
This is a company build. It takes an entire company to bridge the Chattahoochee. As far as manpower, it takes pretty much all we have. We're running about 70 people out here to run this. There's so many different jobs. You have boat operators and you have shore crew and drivers. And it takes both platoons to do this.
Once the bays are put in the water, construction begins. The boat operators and deckhands go to work. Piece by piece, they wrangle each bay and build them into rafts, which are then made into bridge sections.
Each raft consists of 6 or 7 bays, and a bay is 22 foot long, and then we just keep connecting them together. And then we're going to take it down to Bradley Landing downstream and do a full closure, which is so that vehicles can just drive across the water.
With all this heavy metal and every truck, boat, bay, and soldier rocking and rolling, safety is a big part of this training. Soldiers must maintain situational awareness at all times.
The Steel Gators have a very complex mission, and it's a dangerous mission too. There's lots of moving parts, there's water, there's boats, there's a lot of hazards out here that they have to take into consideration.
After the float bridge is built and anchored in place, the entire 11th Engineer Battalion will cross with all their vehicles and equipment so they can experience firsthand what it's like.
Some soldiers have a little tendency to be tentative on the bridge, so it builds their confidence in driving over it. And it also shows the 362nd that their stuff works and it can cross traffic without any problems.
These bridges are made to carry over 70 or 80 tons. And nothing that we have in the battalion is capable of even stressing our bridge.
When constructing a float bridge in a war zone, time is of the essence, so these engineers must train like they fight and build as quickly as possible.
This is an easy target. I mean, you're building a bridge. This could be seen from miles away. It's easily spot from enemies, so that's why you have to build these bridges as fast as possible.
They're on a strict time frame. Their goal is to place a 6-float bridge in 20 minutes, and they keep working and training in order to get to the point where they can do that effectively and consistently.
The 362nd's water operations in Iraq played a vital role in the fight. They provided continuous water mobility and safe passage for troops across the Euphrates River, including MIT teams and Iraqi police.
Where they did this in Ramadi, if the units had not taken the raft across the river, there was about a 12-mile route they were going to have to go through, which went through several dangerous areas through the middle of cities and things like that. So by putting a raft in, we reduced their travel time and certainly reduced their exposure to some insurgent forces in an area that was heavily laden with IEDs and things like that. I know that we helped save soldiers' lives by doing that.
The Steel Gators get out on the water and train quite a bit so that the next time they're called upon, their skills are sharp and they're ready to support the fight.